for the fans. The glory for the pinstripes.
What's up, Yanks Nation? Welcome back to the channel, the spot where we keep it 100 about our Bronx Bombers. Today I gotta talk about a move that, on the surface, looked like just another depth piece, but is turning out to be the damn centerpiece we might not have even known we needed. I'm talking about Jose Caballero. Look, when the MLB trade deadline rolls around, the media, the fans, we all get obsessed with the big fish. We hear about Max Scherzer, Trea Turner, Juan Soto, Manny Machado, superstars that move the needle and make huge headlines. And historically, we all know the Yanks love a big star. But if you've been paying attention to the league lately, you know the biggest name doesn't always get you the ring. In fact, a lot of the time it's the guys flying under the radar, the grinders who come in with no fanfare, who end up being the heroes in October. Think about guys like Nathan Eovaldi, Jock Pederson, or Jorge Soler on their championship teams. They weren't the marquee names, but they were the catalysts, the guys who brought a different kind of juice, an attitude that just infected the whole clubhouse. And that is exactly the mold Jose Caballero seems to be fitting for our squad. When the trade went down, Everson Pereira headed to the Tampa Bay Rays for Caballero. I know a lot of us, myself included, were thinking, all right, a utility guy, good glove, some speed, but nothing to write home about. I mean, his numbers in Tampa weren't exactly lighting the world on fire. He was sporting a .639 OPS during his time there. Best case scenario, he was a high-end bench player, a guy you bring in late in the game to lock it down on defense. Nobody, and I mean nobody, expected what was coming next. What we've seen since he put on the sacred pinstripes has been nothing short of a revelation. He ain't just a reliable glove. The man has turned into a legit threat at the plate. Caballero's impact was so immediate, so damn profound, that the whole internal narrative around the team feels like it's shifted. That unconditional, and let's be real, sometimes stubborn love the front office had for Anthony Volpe, even through his slumps, seems to have cooled off. Not because they're giving up on Volpe, but because Caballero proved that real internal competition makes everybody better. He didn't show up to take anyone's job. He showed up to win one, and he's done it. Let's talk numbers, because they tell a hell of a story. Since coming to the Bronx, Caballero is hitting .284, with an on-base percentage of .379 and a slugging of .486. That shakes out to an OPS plus of .141, which means he's been 41% better than your average major league hitter. On top of that, he's already popped 3 homers, driven in 9 runs, and maybe most importantly for how we need to play, he's swiped 14 bags, adding that element of speed and pressure we've been missing at times. And don't you dare forget the defense. He's been absolutely lights out, whether he's at shortstop or third base, making slick plays look routine with the calm of a 10-year vet. But the moment that really cemented it, the moment that turned him from the new guy to our guy, was that walk-off win against the Chicago White Sox. Yankee Stadium came unglued. That hit wasn't just another knock. It was the embodiment of his whole attitude. It was a pure grit moment that pushed us even closer to the top of the AL East. That was his introduction to the bleacher creatures and all of Yanks Nation, saying, "I'm here to win." In a recent interview with The Athletic, he made it crystal clear where that mentality comes from. This guy isn't just a talented player, he's a born competitor, forged in the fire of high-stakes games. In that sit-down with Brendan Cootie from The Athletic, Caballero, who's been a Yankees fan since he was a kid, which just makes this whole thing even better, laid out the mindset that makes him tick. He said, and I'm quoting here, "I've seen a lot of baseball. I've been in a lot of baseball games that really matter. A lot of people play baseball for a long time, but the way I play it, it was always tournaments. It was always trying to be the champion of the tournament. That takes a little bit more than just going out there and playing baseball. I grew up playing baseball and competing for my state, competing for my country, and I think I learned a lot from that. They were short tournaments, and you have to be the best you can in 4 or 5 days. Just stop and think about the weight of that. He's not just here to play out the 162-game schedule. His entire approach was shaped in a win-or-go-home environment. He treats every series like a tournament, every game like it's the finals. That's the attitude that separates good players from champions. It's the mindset we desperately need come October. And that attitude isn't just for when he's on the field. Cootie also shared a killer story from one of Caballero's old teammates, pitcher Taj Bradley. Bradley said when they were with the Rays, Caballero went up to every single player on the team, one by one, and asked them straight up how he could get better for them. What could he do to be a better teammate? That's leadership. That's humility. That's putting the team first. Period. When asked about it, Caballero's answer was simple, direct, and powerful. Just support everyone. Just be here for everyone. Show them they can count on me. And that's exactly what he's been doing since he got here. He's not just playing at a high level. He's raising the damn spirits of the team. He's dynamic. He's got energy. And above all, he's a winner. The addition of Jose Caballero wasn't just some business transaction to fill a roster spot. It was an injection of a winning culture, a contagious grit that seems to have woken something up in that clubhouse. So when you step back and look at the whole picture, what do you got? You got a guy who's blown away all expectations at the plate, who gives you elite defense at multiple infield spots, who adds speed and smarts on the bases, and, maybe the most important piece of all, who brought a championship mentality to our club. The trade for Jose Caballero is shaping up to be one of Brian Cashman's slickest, most high-impact moves in recent memory. In an age where everyone's looking for the next superstar with video game stats, Cashman went out and got a real true baseball player, a competitor who gets what it takes to win when the lights are brightest. He wasn't the biggest name moved at the deadline, but for us, the New York Yankees, he's proving to be the most important one. He is the embodiment of that October surprise that every championship team seems to find. He's the spark that could ignite our run for title number 28. His story is a reminder that the heart and the mindset of a player are often worth more than any stat sheet can tell you. He plays with the passion of a fan, because he is one of us, and now he's living the dream in our pinstripes. So with that, I gotta turn it over to you, Yanks Nation. What's your take on the impact of Jose Caballero? Do you believe he's the missing piece that solidifies this team for a deep playoff run? Has he earned a permanent starting spot, even when everybody's healthy? Drop your comments below. I read every single one, and I want to know what you, the heart and soul of this team, are thinking. For more in-depth analysis and the latest exclusive news on our Bronx Bombers, make sure you're subscribed and you hit that notification bell. I bring you the straight scoop, no fluff, so you're always in the know. Thanks for watching, and let's go Yanks.